Thinking of moving abroad but don't want to waste time or worse, get scammed while scouting? You're not alone. A scouting trip is one of the smartest things you can do before relocating, but only if you plan it right. In today's video, I'm breaking down exactly how to plan a stress-free strategic scouting trip so you get real answers, not tourist fluff. Let's start with this. What's the goal of your scouting trip? You're not on vacation. You're here to research. It's crucial to define your purpose clearly and keep it in mind throughout the trip. This will keep you focused and ensure you gather the information you need. Ask yourself, are you checking if you can afford to live here? Are you testing out neighborhoods? Are you looking for schools, healthcare, or remote work hubs? Write down 3 clear goals and focus on them the entire trip. Don't add on 10 cities. You're not on a world tour. You're trying to get clarity. Timing your scouting trip is one of the most underrated parts of planning your move abroad. If you visit during peak tourist season, you may end up with a completely skewed idea of what day-to-day life actually feels like. It's important to be aware of this and plan your trip accordingly to a more accurate picture of your potential new home. Instead, aim for off-season, especially if you want to explore potential housing options or get a feel of how much things really cost. During these quieter months, you're more likely to find realistic rent prices, speak with locals without the tourist filter, and actually enjoy the pace of everyday life in your future neighborhood. Avoid national holidays or festivals unless you're explicitly going to observe cultural events. Offers might be closed, people may be away, and housing availability will be limited. Also, don't ignore the weather. If you're thinking of moving long-term, you want to see what your future city feels like when it's not at its best. Can you handle the cold, humidity, rain, or short daylight hours? This trip is your chance to reality check your expectation, so make it count. Pick a time that reflects what your everyday life will actually be like. A scouting trip isn't a vacation, it's a test drive for your future life. That means no splurging as if you're on holiday. Instead, treat this trip as a chance to figure out your actual monthly expenses in a new country and whether your lifestyle and income can match up. Start by staying in a short-term rental in a regular neighborhood, not a hotel or tourist zone. This will give you a more authentic experience and help you understand what daily life might feel like. You want to feel like a resident, not a tourist. Use public transport, not taxis or Ubers. Grab a local transit card if available and learn how locals typically get around. This gives you a sense of both cost and convenience. Cook meals at home using groceries from a local store. Eating out occasionally is fine, but aim to maintain your regular habits, not your vacation mode. Budget for one-time setup costs such as purchasing a SIM card, loading a transit pass, or obtaining basic travel insurance. And if you do a tour, choose one that focuses on expat life or relocation, not just sightseeing. Most importantly, track your expenses. My Expat budget tracker makes this easy. You can plug in your actual expenses day by day and see what your real budget might look like abroad. You'll walk away with a clear picture of what your future monthly costs could be and whether the country fits your goals and finances. Your scouting trip isn't a vacation, it's research. That means where you stay matters more than how fancy it is. Skip the hotel or all-inclusive resort. Instead, book a local apartment where you can live like a resident. Look for a place with a kitchen so you can try out grocery shopping and cooking with local ingredients. This helps you get a feel for food prices, availability, and what daily life might actually look like. It also saves money and makes your experience more realistic. Consider the proximity to public transportation, the availability of local markets, and the overall neighborhood vibe when choosing your accommodation. Select a location with easy walking access to shops, cafes, markets, and public transportation. The goal is to test how easy it would be to perform everyday tasks such as grabbing coffee, picking up groceries, or catching a tram without relying on a car or a tourist concierge. Choose local neighborhoods over high-traffic tourist or expat zones. Staying in local neighborhoods will give you a more authentic experience and a better understanding of how locals live. You want to see how locals live, not just expat recreate a version of home abroad. Bonus points if you stay in 2 different neighborhoods to compare vibes, noise levels, walkability, and community feel. Additionally, consider longer-term stays in Airbnbs or booking platforms. You often receive discounts for stays over a week, and hosts may be willing to share insider tips or offer support. This is not the time to chase luxury. Your goal is to understand how the city really works, and nothing teaches you faster than making coffee in your own kitchen and walking to the local market each morning. Just a quick pause. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more practical expat guides. I post new videos every week on living abroad without the overwhelm. This is the part most people skip and end up regretting once they've already moved. A scouting trip isn't just about getting a feel for a place. It's about gathering real information you'll need later. So bring a notebook or open your notes app and start checking things off. Visit a grocery store. Compare prices for everyday items such as bread, milk, produce, and toiletries. Are the brands familiar? How's the quality? Test public transport. Is it easy to understand, clean, reliable? Ride at different times of the day to get the whole picture. Find a clinic or pharmacy. See how easy it is to get medicine or advice. Bonus if you ask about English-speaking doctors or emergency care. Talk to locals and expats. Try chatting with a barista, cab driver, or shopkeeper. Then connect with an expat group or community center. Are people open to conversation? Visit apartments. Even if you're not ready to rent, walk through a few units. Ask about monthly costs, utility fees, and lease terms. It'll give you a realistic view of housing. Test your work setup. How fast is the Wi-Fi? Are there co-working spaces nearby? Is the neighborhood quiet enough to take video calls? A pro tip: book at least one consultation with a local real estate agent or relocation advisor. They'll answer questions you don't know to ask and help you avoid rookie mistakes. Scouting is exciting, but it's not the time to let your guard down. Tourists and short-term visitors can be easy targets, especially if you stand out. Staying alert doesn't mean being paranoid. It means using common sense and staying alert. Don't follow strangers. If someone tries to lead you to a hidden gem bar, market, or store, politely decline. These setups often end in overcharging or theft. Stick to verified rides. Use official taxi, Bolt, Uber, or other well-reviewed local rideshare apps. Avoid flagging down random cars or hopping into unmarked vehicles. Protect your documents. Keep a copy of your passport, visa, and health insurance card in your bag and store digital backups in the cloud. Don't carry your original passport unless you need it that day. Learn local basics. A few words like hello, thank you, or help in the local language goes a long way, especially in a tough spot. Know the scams. Before you go, search common scams in the destination you plan on going to. Awareness is half the battle. Keep valuables low key. Don't flaunt jewelry, large wads of cash, or expensive electronics. A cheap decoy wallet is smart in case of pickpockets. Listen to your gut. If a situation feels sketchy, leave. Your safety is more important than being polite or curious. This isn't about fear, it's about being prepared so your scouting trip is smart, safe, and productive. Now, here's the big test. Can you actually see yourself living here, day in and day out? A scouting trip isn't about checking landmarks off a list. It's about trying on a whole new life. So, ditch the tourist mindset and think like a local. Start by paying attention to your energy levels. Are you feeling drained or inspired after a few days? Is the pace of life too fast or too slow for your personality? Sometimes what seems charming on day 1 can feel chaotic by day 4. Try slipping into your usual routine. Go grocery shopping, make your own meals, and work remotely from a cafe or co-working space. Can you get into a rhythm, or does everything feel like a chore? Next, notice the little surprises. Do locals say hello on the street? Are you hearing loud noises late into the night? Do things close early on weekdays? These are the details that shape your daily experience. And finally, ask yourself this: would I be excited to come back here not for a vacation, but for real life? If you're already imagining your favorite cafe, gym, or Sunday market, that's a great sign. But if you feel like you're counting down the days to leave, it's worth reconsidering. A great scouting trip helps you make this decision from a place of truth, not fantasy. So walk the streets, ride the bus, sit in the park, and really pay attention. Your future self will thank you. When you get back home, don't let your research sit in your camera roll or notebook collecting dust. The real value of a scouting trip lies in following up with clear actions. Start by reviewing your original goals. Why did you choose this destination? Did the place match your expectation in terms of lifestyle, affordability, safety, or community? Were there any surprises, good or bad, that changed your opinion? Next, tally your actual spending. Review your receipts or app trackers and break down your daily costs: rent, food, transportation, and any additional expenses. This gives you a much more accurate picture of what life might cost long term, far better than Google averages. If you met with agents, landlords, or locals, follow up with a thank you and keep those contacts warm. These could be valuable allies when you're ready to make the move. Now is also a good time to join Facebook groups or expat forums specific to the city or country. They're great for asking follow-up questions, seeing what others are experiencing, and getting real-time updates. Finally, map out your next steps. Do you need to apply for a visa? Build a savings cushion? Research long-term rentals or health insurance? Set a rough timeline, even if it's flexible, and maintain your momentum. Scouting trips are only the beginning. With a little structure and intention after the trip, you'll be one step closer to making your move a reality. Scouting trips don't have to be overwhelming, and they definitely shouldn't be expensive mistakes. With a bit of prep and clear goals, you can get real answers about whether a place is right for you. If this has you thinking differently about where and how you want to live, don't stop here. A lot of African Americans are looking beyond the U.S. for a better quality of life, and there's a reason why. If that's something you've been curious about, watch this video next, where I break down the real reasons, the opportunities, and what you should know before making the leap. Click here now, and I'll see you there.